Hey, 4 Mile family and friends. Today on Friday, our last word for the week that we're going to pray into people's lives is rise. To rise above despair, disappointment, and fear during this coronavirus. The refiner's fire is an often used illustration in the Bible, and sometimes when we just gloss over it or don't think about it very much, we can lose its meaning. In the ancient world, a silversmith was someone who worked with precious metals. Precious metals, however, require refinement. There are impurities lodged within the precious metal, and if those aren't taken out during that refining process, the metal can be weak, can be damaged easily, can break. And so if it's a weapon, you don't want that to happen. And so as they would do this, they would heat the metal until it becomes a liquid. When the metal was hot enough, all the impurities rise to the top. And so the silversmith would spoon out the impurities. And he would do this over and over and over again. It was a very time-consuming process. Each time, the metal would become pure. The purer the metal, the clearer his reflection would be on the metal. Similarly, God uses trials in our lives to produce character in us. We look at James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. And I'm going to share that with you. James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. James writes, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when we meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." We'll go back. All right, so as you look at that, the things that we go through in life, if we allow God to use them as trials in our lives, we're going to come out on the other side. We're going to rise with strength. We're going to rise with steadfastness. We're going to rise with courage. But if we just lay back and let them overcome us, then we're going to start sinking into despair and disappointment and fear. So during this time, it's not wasted suffering. It's not a wasted trial if we rise above it. And that doesn't mean that we ignore the reality of what we're going through, but we rise above it. We acknowledge it. And we look for ways to overcome that with the resources that we have. So here's something to pray for in people's lives as we talk about rise. Pray that as you talk about rise, that there is no doubt that people are suffering. But how can we rise above that? How can we take courage? How can we persevere? How can we be steadfast? And also, as we pray for rise in people's lives, people are suffering in ways that we cannot even imagine. We're worrying about parents, worrying about friends. Yesterday, we just talked about doctors and nurses and teachers facing things that they've never faced before, maybe feeling disappointment or lost as to what to do. But we need to pray that they rise above those, that they look to the help that is offered to them through other people, other resources that are available. So today, pray that people will rise above whatever's keeping them back. That could be disappointment and fear and despair. But pray into the lives of people, just that one word, rise.